honest with you, there is no clear career progression path. It is very, very limited. We are lacking that in this space, which is why you see most Scrum Masters hardly ever stay long on the job. They will be on the job and then they keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. They get so bored, they get so tired, and then they start looking for another opportunity first. And then secondly, they may be on that particular role for like ever. There is really no next thing for them in that organization from a growth perspective. They earn the same money 5 years later. Hello everyone. This is Karen from my phone, your Agile Evangelist, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be addressing a very sensitive topic which most Agile trainers would not want to talk about this, and they may just be coming for my head. I don't know. But let's see. Our topic for today is to address six reasons why the role or a Scrum Master career may not be right for you. I know we come here all the time and we consistently talk about how beautiful it is, which it is truly beautiful. We talk about different ways that you can get in, but we really don't assess the negative sides of being a Scrum Master, which not everyone can take. You see, so today I'm here to address some 6 critical reasons why being a Scrum Master may be a very, very terrible idea for you. So please stay tuned and watch until the very end. First, I want to say that the Agile career path is one of the best things that has ever happened to me as a person, as a professional, as a mom, all of that. Because the person I am today, the values I uphold to in my daily life or my lifestyle, the way I address issues now, my personal issues, the way I address family issues, the way I address professional issues are way different than how I used to address them like 10 years ago. And it's all thanks to the Agile way of living, the Agile way of working. So I first want to establish that it has its own challenges. The challenges may be terrible, but because I am holding on to what I know it does for me as a person, every other challenge, I see it as an exciting opportunity to keep thriving and conquering. So, however, I am going to expose all of some of the terrible things of being a Scrum Master, or that comes with being a Scrum Master, so that you all know that today. And then from an informed standpoint, you should be making that decision if you want to still transition into this career path as a Scrum Master or not. Sometimes we say this all the time. Anybody can become a Scrum Master. Anyone can become a Scrum Master. We say that all the time, but I have said that too countless times, but I'm here today to say that's not true. That's really not quite accurate. Not everyone can be a Scrum Master. The job of a Scrum Master is really not for everyone. Now, let's go deep dive into why I am saying so. First of all, as a Scrum Master, to be honest with you, there is no clear career progression path. It is very, very limited. We are lacking that in this space, which is why you see most Scrum Masters hardly ever stay long on the job. They will be on the job and then they keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. They get so bored, they get so tired, and then they start looking for another opportunity first. And then secondly, they may be on that particular role for like ever. There is really no next thing for them in that organization from a growth perspective. They earn the same money 5 years later. Everybody wants to grow. So as a result of that, they quit. That is one big challenge that we are facing. There is no clear career progression path for Scrum Masters. What are we doing? Companies, organizations, leadership, what are we doing to design a clear career progression path for our dear Scrum Masters, for our dear Agile practitioners. Now, one thing that I need us to understand is that I say this all the time, even though Agile has been around for over 20 something years, getting to 30 years. 30 years, I think Agile has 30 years. Yes, Agile has been existing now for 30 years. But you will be so surprised on how new Agile still is for most organizations. Most organizations are so familiar with the waterfall way of working. They're still doing it. You see, so most organizations are still in the process of transitioning, which is why I say this. Agile, the job of a Scrum Master, you will never. It's booming. The market is booming because right now 95% of organizations are currently transitioning to Agile. You see, and they need the Scrum Masters to help them be successful. So most organizations are still new with this thing. So that's why I believe as of now, they're still trying to figure it out. They are not there yet with a clear career progression path for Scrum Master. So what I would recommend is that if after hearing all what I'm saying today and you still choose to get into this, you will need to exercise patience. You will need to collaborate with these organizations. You should take it upon yourself. I am actually urging all Agile practitioners that are on the field to take it as a responsibility upon themselves to help these organizations, especially organizations that are willing to be helped, help them figure out this career progression path for Agile practitioners. Agile coaches, Scrum Masters, take it upon yourself. I think it is on us to help these organizations do that for our own better tomorrow. Okay, that's number one. The second reason why the role of a Scrum Master or Scrum Master career may be a wrong idea for you is that, as I explained earlier, most organizations are still trying to figure this out. And the way the role of a Scrum Master is designed, your job is more of soft skills. 80% of your job is more of soft skills. So you're impacting or empowering other people you're standing behind. You're taking your job, the nature of your job allows you to take the back seat, empower other people, push other people to shine. And as a result of that, it is difficult to see your value. You know, the only way your value can be seen is through the effectiveness or the shyness of, or how shining your team members are, you see. So it is very difficult for organizations to, especially organizations who don't understand it yet, who don't get it yet, to see the value of your effort. So most of the time, you always have to justify the value that you are bringing, the value of Agile to them. Most organizations too are only getting into this Agile space because it is a trend. Other organizations are doing it. What I've seen is that most of the times they really don't understand, have a good why they should be transitioning. So most of the time, if you find yourself in an organization like that, which most Scrum Masters do, you always find yourself having to justify the value of Agile, having to justify why you have to go about things the way you're going about it to help them do it right. They always want to take their own different path, which has proven to not work. So you always find yourself in a position where you constantly have to justify the value of agility, you see, and that can be very, very, very frustrating. So if you know you're not comfortable with that, then Agile, being a Scrum Master, may not be the right idea for you. The third reason is that, like I said earlier, 80% of your job is soft skills, which is more about understanding people, understanding different emotions of people, understanding how to manage different behaviors, recognizing, acknowledging, and managing different emotions, different behaviors, all of that. So that to deal with different behaviors of grown-ups is one of the most challenging things to do, really. these people are grown-ups. Sometimes you don't know if someone is coming from their house. They wake up on a bad footing, they are having a bad day, and then they are just reflecting all of whatever they're going through personally at work. As a Scrum Master, you're expected to always stay understanding, always stay empathetic, always all of that. And if you want to successfully help these people, it means that you will have to consistently be learning, understanding these different behaviors they are demonstrating. It is challenging. I wouldn't lie to you. That is actually 80% of your job. The soft skills, the behavioral part of things, interpersonal skills. It is so challenging to deal with grown-ups that have multiple personalities. It may be influenced by different things from their background, from their family, from whatever. But at the end of the day, you as a Scrum Master will have to consistently keep up with these different behaviors to learn them so that you can better understand these different emotions and better manage these different emotions through emotional intelligence. That is very, very difficult. So if you are not comfortable with doing that, then Agile may just not be the right idea for you, or the career path of a Scrum Master may just not be the right fit for you. Now let's move on to the next one. I have also found that most people don't have respect for the title Scrum Master. They don't have respect for Scrum Masters. They don't have respect for Scrum Masters' capabilities and competencies. They minimize the Scrum Masters. That is what I have seen in both the professional space and the normal, your day-to-day life. I have seen that in an organization as a Scrum Master, because you know that your job, like I said earlier, like 80% of your job is more of soft skills. You really don't do, hands-on work like that as developers would do, you see. So as a result of that, for some reasons, they are struggling to see what you are doing, or your own use, or your own value. They are struggling to see all of that. So they tend to have low regards for your role as a Scrum Master. I've also found that, in my experience, most of the times, even POs tend to think that for some reason they are higher or they are bigger than Scrum Masters. I have no idea why they tend to feel that, which is very wrong, because in an Agile environment, everyone is the same. Everyone in the team, no one is bigger than nobody. Everyone on your team is supposed to be the same. But I have found product owners, dev leads, for some reasons, tend to think that their role is more important than the role of a Scrum Master, and the PO wants to feel like they are the boss of the Scrum Master, which they are really not. So yes, this is the reality that we face as Agile, especially Scrum Masters. This is the reality of Scrum Masters. Even in my personal life, I've been in a situation where, we'll be having a conversation and I'm talking to someone that is looking to transition their career for different reasons. Maybe they are not making enough money. Scrum Masters, this particular person I'm talking about, Scrum Masters make like 50% more than what that person is making from a finance perspective. And then we were talking about, okay, have you ever looked into being a Scrum Master? No, I cannot be a Scrum Master. What is Scrum Master? Those people, that's very easy. To be a Scrum Master is very easy. They think it's very easy. No, I prefer to. I'm looking right now into DevOps engineering. They think the more technical the name sound, the more high class or classy your role is. I mean, that's just what I have observed. I have seen happen. So even in your personal space, your day-to-day life, I see people looking down on Scrum Masters. But yet, Scrum Masters are making the most money. They are adding the most value. They are impacting the most lives. Just me sitting here caring for my phone with all humility. Do you know how many lives I have impacted by God's grace? Do you know how many people's life I have, families I have changed their career, life and their financial situations, their career situations and their financial situations by God's grace? Do you know But yet, these people still tend to minimize these agile practitioners, and yet they are the ones making families better, making lives better, making jobs better, making value better. Well, but that is the reality. I see that they tend to disrespect the role of a Scrum Master a lot. Another struggle, another reason why the role of a Scrum Master may be a very bad idea for you is that hardly ever is the value you're delivering. So in addition to the fact that you will have to keep constantly justify or explaining what agile is or the value of agile, you will also find yourself in a position where you're consistently you will consistently want to explain the value you're bringing. Organizations, leadership, they don't recognize you. They don't recognize your efforts. They don't recognize. Yes, I mean, the way the job is designed, really, you have to be on the back seat and be that cheerleader to cheer up your team members, motivate them, empower them to uncover their full potential. That is servant leadership. But at the same time, your efforts are not being recognized. And truly, I mean, I love empowering my people so that they can shine while I take the back seat. But to be honest with you, if you're working in an environment that leaders don't get it, especially the person you're directly reporting to don't get it, it can be so frustrating. When you know that you're giving your all to this organization and they don't recognize your effort, it can be so frustrating. It can be so frustrating. So if you are not comfortable with being comfortable with that, then being a Scrum Master may be a very, very, very bad idea. Well, last but not the least, another big challenge that I've seen is that, again, most organizations don't get it. They don't understand this thing when it comes to the concept of velocity. They think that you're supposed to be increasing velocity every sprint. Leadership think you're supposed to be increasing team velocity every sprint. Because, I mean, what I've seen is that they don't understand, and hardly ever are they open and willing to understand or get it. You see, so they're expecting the team velocity to be increasing every sprint, and you are supposed to make that happen, which is a very wrong conception, which is a myth. So as a result of that, they will end up not recognizing, thinking that you're not doing enough, so you may get frustrated, and then either you're fired or you leave the organization. So all of that, is what comes with the role of being a Scrum Master, you see. So, but I just wanted to be blunt with that. And I also want to say that even though this is the reality today, it is still very promising, because according to data, by the way, 95% of organizations are currently transitioning globally. Out of this 95%, because data has also shown that all of these organizations transitioning, the success rate with agility is just like 11.5% success rate with agility. Most organizations that are transitioning, they fail to successfully transition because they are doing it the wrong way. And as a result of that, organizations are looking to reset so that they can do it the right way and be successful. Because why is this 11.5% succeeding? Because they choose to do it the right way. So 85% of organizations right now are choosing to reset and do it the right way, and which is why they still need us Scrum Masters. So the future is very promising. The future is booming. I don't like to always sit here and say how booming the future is. I always ask people to validate that for themselves. Go on Glassdoor, go on LinkedIn, go on Indeed. Those are the common job sites, and look it up. See how many. Just today, before I came to make this video, I saw approximately 350,000 agile job openings only in the United States today. Approximately 350,000 agile job openings. Okay, so our skills are still highly needed. Our skills are still very important. They need us to be successful. Our role is the only role that has been designed to guide developers, to guide product owners, to guide leadership. succeed in this agile space. As agile coaches, as Scrum masters, our role is extremely important. We have this technical role to guide all these different people that are coming together to deliver value to their customers. It is on us to help them, to enable their success. So you see, the market will always be there. So if after knowing everything that I've said today, you're still interested in joining us in this beautiful field, reach out to us. We offer trainings, end-to-end trainings. We have different programs, different packages, depending on your goal, depending where you are with your journey. We can help you based on our different packages. But if you are still a starter, our next training is starting on the 1st of June, our Scrum Master Certification training. It's starting on the 1st of June. Few slots are still available. Reach out to us, contact us, BeingAgileConsulting.com, or send us an email, info@BeingAgileConsulting.com, and we'll be more than happy to help you through this journey. If you're also interested in becoming an agile coach, you are already experienced in any of the agile jobs like Scrum Master, Product Owner, Agile Project Manager, Release Training Engineer, whatever, and you're interested in pivoting into coaching, or you're already an agile coach and you're looking to be add high value to your organization, contact us. We have a fantastic agile coaching program for practicing agile coaches and aspiring agile coaches, and we'll be more than happy to work with you. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.